Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from. Welcome to Stock Market Technical Analysis Daily. This is April the 19th. It's currently 9 a.m. Eastern in New York, where the stock markets will open in about 29 minutes or so. Hopefully, everybody had a great weekend. The stock market definitely did. The weekend, I don't know. I do not trade bitcoins, but pretty much all the chit chats was all about. What was going on with the cryptos this past weekend between being down and people realizing what a great asset they were. So more buying ensued. Now they are positive. So we actually see some ramification of that on some of the stock on here. So welcome everybody. Hopefully the quality of the sun is acceptable. As you see me, literally, I just walk out of the shower and I just come after I have set this up. So if I'm sweating, that's the reason for that. Let me drink something. Sorry, there's something, just some water. Yeah, to dehydrate myself. All right, so to hydrate, trader. Let's see, who do we have here on the live chat? We have Mr. Joe. Good morning, sir. Fun discussion this past weekend with Mr. Joe. Thank you for that, sir. Beautiful Get is here. Miss J. Lou is here. Miss Festus, how are you? How's the baby? And JD Snow Dog. Good morning. I cannot keep a straight face, as we know on that. I'm sharing. Which I should be sharing the Trading View charting so that we can take a look at the 30,000 feet view, at the 30 feet view of the US stock market through the eyes of our beloved. Beloved, some people have a hate-love relationship with SPY. So, so I don't. Okay, now I'm not sure why those messages are popping up. I have a paid version, so I should not be dealing with ad on here on TradingView. Yeah. So SPY, when we left on Friday, it seems like such a long time ago, a galaxy far away. SPY was trading at all-time high, folks, at 417. The high was 417.91 on Friday. This morning, small downtick of about what? How much is it? Because nowadays, right, 0.25% on SPY is a point, meaning it's $1, if you will. That's what they call points. So they call dollar points in trading if you are new to trading. Yeah, so minus 0.2 percent, which equates about 0.8 in dollar, so 80 cents under. Nothing to cry home about. So the question on here is, earning season is full and coming. Let me actually, while we are in the topic of earning season, just give you some of the highlights for this week. That's where maybe, for me, what that helps me do, I can start planning. I kid you not, and that's actually a good. It's because it's the action's going to be frantic, so you don't want to be missing on a trade, a stock, specific stock that you trade. Some of you who were in the coaching session this past week, you know, or if you have been with us for a while, we have our unique approach to quantitative earnings, which is we have studied how the stock moves, a set of stocks, not all of them. There are over 1,100 stocks that are optionable in the stock market, meeting certain criteria, as you know. For us, we have studied about 90 of those stocks, and so we have great familiarity with them. So we expect to, we're looking forward to them. If you don't have that document or that knowledge, maybe this is our invitation to check out our our strategies for 2021. So here are some of the highlights. This morning, our Coca-Cola was the one of the prominent stock to have earnings. After markets, we have IBM and United Airlines. Then tomorrow morning, we have J&J, Harley Davidson, Abbott, Procter& and Gamble, Lockheed Martin, and but definitely the highlight for and Philip Morris also in before the market open tomorrow, Tuesday, April the 20th. Tuesday, April the 20th, after market close, the one and only Netflix. Netflix is the first constituent of the tech stock. Yeah, okay. Netflix trade in the QQQs to open the earnings dens. Yeah, so typically it's one of those kind of set the momentum. So it's tomorrow, folks. Tomorrow after market close. So we will be looking for that. And then on Wednesday morning in the pre-market, you have Halliburton, Anthem, Verizon, and Whirlpool. Also in the afternoon, you will have Las Vegas Sand. So Las Vegas Sand, a proxy. If you don't know what a proxy is in stock, we can teach you that on here at Successful Trading. A proxy to Las Vegas Sand could be something like what's our friend Win, WYNN. So Spirit Airlines also and Chipotle. Thursday, that's where you're going to have the lion's share of earnings, right? So it starts with the market and pre-market with the Dow Chemical, Alaska Airlines, AT&T, Valero, Biogen, BIB, that's A's, and then in the afternoon we have the likes of Boston Beer Company. Yeah, Boston Beer Company, folks. The ticker for it is SAM. Uh, Go figure, yeah. In the pandemic arena or era, if you will, since let's say January 2020, the chart of that stock, this is a stock that sells beer. Okay, I say less. I say less. I say less. But definitely for us, we have highlighted in the afternoon for Thursday, meaning we are going to be trading them on or on Friday. So it's gonna be a day trade expiring on Friday after earnings. Snap and Intel. Those are the two on there. And then Friday morning before market open, we have the likes of American Express, Schlumberger, Kimberly Clark, and Honeywell. Okay, wow, that's not bad. So I did a little bit of my homework yesterday. In the description of this video, you have that agenda for this week. So that's helped us, specifically me, who's all over the place, to focus on our preferred stock based on our quant analysis. All right, so SPY on here, no movement here. Well, very tiny movement in pre-market on here. For us, the trade, one of the beloved trade that we have on here, fan of beloved, Jesus. Oh, dearly beloved. No, we are gathered here. Yeah, we are gathered here to talk about stock market technical analysis. Oh, ok, Miss Festus just got back on vacation. Ok, Madame Festus, maintenant je vais parler en français, so apologize. I'm gonna speak French for 2 minutes. Ok, vous m'avez apporté quoi? Vous voulez mon adresse? Si vous étiez en vacances à Cotonou, no, yeah, is it Cotonou? Yeah. So hopefully I didn't give the wrong capital there for Miss Festus. Envoyez-moi les bonnes choses de Cotonou. Quelles sont les spécialités de Cotonou? Des sucreries au gingembre et toutes les autres choses. Non, that's, ok. J'attends avec impatience alors. Bon retour dans le successful trading. All right, folks, that was a private message with my sister Festus, Miss Festus. Yes, yes. All right, so SPY, this is starting flat on here this morning. How about QQQ? The Qs closed Friday at $341 after the previous day was all bearish. But hey, QQQ can afford that, right? Any stock in this market can do a big sell-off kind of move, and then the next day, as nothing happened, post a brand new high of or 52-week high or all-time high. So which as is the case here for QQQ. So pre-markets on here, it's saying that is about 2 points down, not quite 2 points down. So $300 stock. So what's the minus on QQQ? Minus 0.4%, which equates exactly $1 and about 47 cents thereabouts. So plenty of room, definitely for it to burst on the upper Bollinger Band. So in this case on here, this is the type of scenario, if you ask me, during this market, if a dip like this one, any type of dip on here, it's actually a great opportunity for entry on the bullish side. Believe it or not, that's how this market trades, meaning that when we need to short the strength and actually buy the weakness. That's something that we have seen consistently in this kangaroo type of market. The one though that has not worked at all for this guy here, this guy. IWM, or this gal, because I don't know how you refer to stock. IWM has been a slacker. I mean, this is now since April at the same level, range bound between 220 and 224. Okay, I mean, we all want that, but this thing has done that before. You just have to look left, right? So when we look left, we can see plenty of sideways action, and then eventually it will pick its direction. So there is no telling, as is down minus 0.5 this morning or 1 point. In my observation, the past couple of weeks, this is what I've been seeing pretty much every day. In this tight range, you will see the stock, you see the lower weeks, right? The stock will go down in one direction, like minus 1%, 1 point something, and then rally within the same day to the positive territory, and vice versa. That's what I've spent time doing here over the last 2 weeks, literally in April. So there is no telling. But I think with the movement of the Bollinger Band, definitely this is the perfect week, folks. This is the perfect week for a direction to declare itself. I'll share something which I can share very quickly here. Let me go there. I need to go to Discord. So folks in the Discord, traders in our Discord, I don't know how many there are. I see names, but I'm not sure if people are actually. Uh, I post the performance of a successful trade alerts, right? The weekly stock that we trade based on the computer, so-called computer AI. We that give them to me. I don't make them up. Well, this is what I noticed. So let me share, switch my screen here very briefly. So I'm sharing something that's inside of our Discord, meaning everybody. You don't even need to be a subscriber to see this information. Yeah, because we want to let you know what's how we are performing on. So this is the average move per stock. The line on top, the yellow line, yeah, my choice of colors was horrendous. I need to go back to graphic design, man. Nevertheless, the meat of the conversation here is that the week after the third week of the month, that third week of the month is important to you and me because it's the monthly expiration of options, yeah? So the trend here in 2021 so far has been that the fourth week, that's what it will be in de facto. So let's say the fourth week of January here, Friday, the average move has jumped much higher than, for at least, this is just for our tiny set of about 17 stock on here on January the 29th. Then when we go to February, that fourth week, 17 stock again, the average move was 3 percentage points higher than whatever the first 3 weeks, but specifically whatever the week was on here. Then this is March, 10.1% on here, following 7.2%. This is the average move of this 18 stock. What does this mean? Layman terms, we expect big moves this week on our successful trade alert. So I just wanted to share that with maybe you can tell a friend of yours who's trading with us on here that hey, this guy saying that the 10 bagger trading system, there has been a pattern on here of even bigger moves the week after OPEX, because the week of OPEX, I shared it, was it last week? I said market makers, they play games. There's stocks that are held, yeah, meaning that the volatility reduces a little bit because that is the option, the market makers, that is the preferred way to make money from people like us who buy options. All right, so as such this morning, what are we seeing? Let's quickly go to this one, Finviz, to see some of the activity on both directions. So if you are new on here, this is our 2 cent screener, if you will, on Finviz. Though no, I mean this is the paid version of Finviz, so I don't, you should be able to do this. Even on the free version, right? So they have a free version. So we just select optionable over $20, over 1 million, average daily volume. That's not the current volume. The current volume on here, it's on the right hand side, is the volume in pre-market. So traders usually will ask me, hey Telex, do you use volume in terms of analyzing the gaps? Because you talk about gaps a lot. Not really. I mean, the stock is gapping. Most of the stock that we do trade, we know them. So meaning I can tell you, looking at volume on any given stock, if that's unusual volume or thereabout. But yeah, I mean, if you want an indication, I've said in the past, 50,000 shares at least. But again, certain stock, 50,000 shares is nothing. So it's your familiarity with the stock that will say unusual. I like to use Baba, for instance, because we have seen out of the blue where in pre-market, Baba will have 1 million shares, 2 million shares. Baba doesn't do that every day, yeah? So when you see something like that, absolutely. Conversely, a stock like Apple, guess what? It's easy, or Tesla, it's easy to see 1 million share in pre-market. Yeah, we have shown that multiple days on here, especially immediately following the reverse split. So that was something that we'll see. So just a gap, it's enough for us. A gap meaning a percentage in either direction. So who are we interested this morning? This is Peloton. Yeah, Look at Peloton. The chart of Peloton is the very embodiment of which that we're talking about. Whatever news that was in last week, the stock was in a tight range. Literally, I think the stock didn't move by more than, geez, 115 or whatever, 123. There was money to be made on it. I think Peloton, I think even on Friday, I scalped some point very quickly. It was really in and out of it, right? So, but here was the range last week, and actually to understand the range last week, let's go to the weekly chart of Peloton. Here we go. Excellent. Okay, so Peloton, here's a stock that, if for you and me, this is the basis of technical analysis, right? So here's the weekly ATR, if you will. ATR stands for average true range. So the week of March the 8th, you can see the delta, the difference, the distance between the high and the low, 119.12, 100. So that's $19. The week after that, 113.01, that's $13 move during that week. A high to low here was 116 to 98. That's about $18. Then the week of March the 29th, 118.101, that's another $17. Then the week of April the 5th, high of 124, low of 107, that's about $17. And then last week, 124, 115, that was exactly $8. But that week, my friends, that week, this is the best example. I didn't even prepare this. This is the best example to show you what happened to a monthly expiration week. So all of a sudden, the weekly ATR on here became less than $8 or thereabout. And then this morning, gap down. There is no reason why that news just is coming out now. Trust me. That's not a coincidence. So Peloton is 6-7% down, minus 8 points in just 1 day. So for us, hey, the stock is gapping in pre-market. How could we possibly make money out of this? Let me think. Oh yeah, there's this thing called gangster trade. Okay, if we are into that. So for our traders, we will be trading gangster trade on here at the beginning of the week. At the beginning of the week, the aim is really for us to buy these options super cheap. We have plenty of time on that, and we just want Peloton. Either Peloton shows us, hey, they want to break out of this range. They have been in a tight range between 100 and 120 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. Now, okay, week number 8, it's time to show us something else. So Peloton on here to start the week is definitely our number one gangster trade. We want to get in both directions of this trade and see what transpires this week. We expect big moves this week. So that's what we have on there. If it so happened that, hey, Peloton is going to bounce off of these levels on here, as the chart has previously seen, we are going to get into cheap calls, my friend. Those cheap calls, just be patient. We will want to see what they will be worth tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, on Thursday, on Friday. Yes, that's how we make trading on here, take opportunity. But Peloton is signaling to us that, hey, it wants to move on here. It's starting on the bearish end, so we would like to take advantage of that. So the other stock that I want to bring up, definitely I will be trading that. I didn't have the time to type it in our gangster trade room, just like last week, right? We made money on City. There was good money to be made on City on last Thursday. We talked about it here. The video is there to prove it. So for those naysayers out there, or if you missed it, so that's the purpose of the market, the stock market technical analysis daily. So sometimes, trust me, there's just so much that goes on. I have to go finish the show, go in and put these very trades. Yeah, I trade the same thing as I talk about. Yes. So we didn't have a chance to put C on there, but I can actually do a screen capture of some of the options that we traded. The 72 puts that we gave on there, they went from, I think the entry was less than 15 cents for sure. They went as high as 74 cents. We sold those hours at 62 cents. That was that in there. Actually, all three banks, I was during the quantitative, the one-on-one coaching with some of the traders this weekend, I actually showed what happened on the three banks, this past three of the banks this past week, right? As Goldman Sachs, Citi, and Morgan Stanley, each one of them, if you go to the specific options or you look at the chart, they pay. Goldman Sachs paid on the call side on the 14th. On the 15th, it was City that we featured that here on this very show on in the morning, but there was nobody. Literally, there were like seven traders at best. So that's what happened. This morning, there are not that many traders as well. That's just fine with us, right? So Square on here, uh, the whole thing about Square was Square tends to correlate to what's going on with crypto and more particularly Bitcoin. So, but Bitcoin rally, well, did whatever that Bitcoin does over the weekend, and now we find our friend here, Square, trading below the moving average after this massive run of from April 6th at around 230 to all the way to 278. So, what Square, folks? Yeah, I am going to structure a gangster trade on here, but really the gangster trade is just trying to steal some quick contract because I cannot hide it, right? Square, it's a prominent successful trade alert this week. Yes, we have had that information since was it Thursday? Was I able to share the thing this part? No, I think I shared on Friday. Yeah. But that's fine. So for us, our computer told us that there will be some move coming onto Square, and here it is, Square gapping down this morning. Again, gapping down, it does not necessarily mean that Square will be going down, but should it continue to go down, we will tend to profit. We don't care about which direction the stock is moving as long as they are moving. We just want this stock to be moving. So a prior run on here, a prior gap movement down on here on Square took the stock all the way to 220. So yeah, 220, 215 is definitely a strike price that I can use on here. And then I have my option watch list on the successful trade weekly alerts to guide me onto the movement that is making. Okay, folks. Thank you for the 6 viewers. I see 19 playbacks, but thank you for those who decided to get something out of this. So Square is moving pre-market to start the week on here. The week after the monthly expiration, Peloton is another stock that's moving on here. So we want to trade stock that are moving and see where they take us. Thank you for your time. Have a great trading session, everybody. Bye bye.